Good evening, everyone, and welcome to LawSikho's Thought Newspaper Analysis for the 8th of August 2023. Now, today we have one editorial article which is titled India's Mining Policy Shift. For the second and the third segment of the day, we will have the news update and the legal news. Now, with regards to today's editorial article, India's Mining Policy Shift, it talks about the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Amendment Bill of 2023, which was recently passed by the Indian Parliament, and the same aims to attract private sector investment in exploring critical and deep-seated minerals in the country. Now, six minerals, including lithium, have been reclassified as critical and strategic minerals, making them eligible for exploration and mining by private entities. Previously, these minerals were restricted to government-owned entities. Now, if we want to talk about this amendment bill, we will have to first understand the backdrop behind this entire decision, why it is significant, and what was prevalent before this. Now, the Ministry of Mines in the month of June of this year, they came out with a list of 30 minerals which were critical in the country's economic development and national security. Now, why were they critical? Firstly, if we were to talk about minerals and their utilities, we first have to consider ourselves as a country with a population of with the largest population and the carbon footprint that we have both as individuals and as a country. So, in alignment with India's vision of being carbon free by 2070, there were 30 minerals which were critical to the country's economic development. And of course, one of them is lithium, which right now is called the white gold. So, however, when we talk of these minerals, India is highly dependent on imports for a majority of these minerals on the list. Now, this is not conclusive of the fact that India does not have these minerals. It only goes to show that despite having huge deposits of these minerals in our country, we do not have sustainable and economical resources to actually mine them out, ensure that they are purified, and then use them in their industrial uses. So this is the reason why we have to actually import these metals and minerals from different countries which have better mining technology than we have. But because it was only the government sector which could do these mining, and when we're talking of mining, we also mean pitting, trenching, drilling, and all of those activities. Now, since only the government-owned entities can do this, the private players could not participate in it, and hence it doesn't make sense for them to invest a lot of money in actually identifying a mineral if they cannot extract it from the mines and then commercially use it. So this is the reason why we as a country had not explored the richness of our minerals till date. Now, research shows that India's geological and tectonic setting is conducive for hosting potential minerals, and many of these within the 30 minerals list that have been published this June. Now, the question arises is why are private players required? Notably, it is estimated that India has explored just 10% of its obvious geological potential, less than 2% of which is mined, and the country spends less than 1% of the global mineral exploration budget. India's mining policy had kept greenfield exploration of minerals out of the purview of private sector explorers for some years now, which meant that they could only get licenses to further prospect and mine resources that had been explored by a government entity. The new bill seeks to bring exploration processes in India at par with that of developed countries by getting private sector capacity into exploration. The bill also proposes a new type of license to encourage reconnaissance, level and or prospective stage exploration by the private sector. Now, the Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act prohibited pitting, trenching, drilling, the activities that we were talking about, and subsurface excavation is part of reconnaissance, which included mapping and surveys. This is what the bill has changed. It has stopped prohibiting these activities. Now, with respect to the news updates for today, firstly, we have Aditi Swami becomes the first Indian to win individual world title. Aditi Swami created history by becoming the first ever Indian to clinch individual world title at the World Archery Championships final in Berlin. Less than 2 months after clinching the junior world title, 17-year-old Aditi became the senior world champion when she defeated Andrea Becerra of Mexico 149 to 147 in the summit clash of the compound women's event. With this win, the Satara teenager became the first Indian world champion in an individual event at the Senior World Championships. Secondly, we have India's Martina Devi wins silver medal in women's over 81 kilo youth category. India's Martina Devi won a silver medal in the women's over 81 kilo youth category in the Asian Youth and Junior Weightlifting Championships on the penultimate day of competitions on Friday. Devi had a total lift of 218 kilos, 95 plus 123 to finish second in the plus like over 18 1 kg youth section of the championships. Thirdly, we have the National Handloom Day. When the hand Now this is important because the handloom sector is a symbol of our country's rich and varied cultural heritage and is an important source of livelihood in rural and semi-rural parts of our country. It is also a sector that directly addresses women's empowerment, with over 70% of all weavers and allied workers being female. Rooted in nature, it has eco-friendly production processes with minimal requirement of capital and power and provides flexibility to innovate to meet changes in fashion trends and fast-changing customer preferences. On this day, that is the 8th of August, we honor our handloom weaving community and highlight the contribution of this sector in the socio-economic development of our country. Next up, we have PM Modi lays foundation stone for redevelopment of 508 Amrit Bharat stations. In a historic move, the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi laid the foundation stone for the redevelopment of 508 railway stations across the country via video conferencing. Redeveloped at a cost of more than 24,470 crore rupees, these 508 stations are spread across 27 states and union territories, including 55 each in Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, 49 in Bihar, 49 in Maharashtra, 37 in West Bengal, 34 in Madhya Pradesh, 32 in Assam, 25 in Orissa, 22 in Punjab, 21 each in Gujarat and Telangana, 20 in Jharkhand, 18 each in Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, 15 in Haryana, 30 in Karnataka, among others. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister remarked that the new India, which is fast moving towards the goal of Viksit Bharat, is on the onset of Amrit Kal. We also have Padma Bhushan awardee and IAS officer N. Vittal passes away. The Padma Bhushan awardee and IAS officer of the Gujarat Cadre 1960 batch NC N. Vittal passed away in Chennai. His experience of more than 40 years covered a wide spectrum with focus on industrial administration, science and technology, and security. As Secretary of the Department of Electronics, he initiated policies for boosting software, setting up software technology parks, and strategic alliance with the industry. This eventually led to the formation of the Software Technology Parks of India. As chairman of the Telecom Commission, he also initiated the process of liberalization in the telecom sector and played a major role in getting the National Telecom Policy 1994 approved. We also have Union Finance Minister lays foundation stone for the Adichanallur Museum. The archaeological site was one of the 5 declared to be developed as iconic sites in the union budgets of 2020-2021. On the occasion, the Union Finance Minister also laid the foundation stone of the iconic site museum at the Adichanallur site. The Finance Minister shared that plans are in place for the ASI, that is the Archaeological Survey of India, to construct an amphitheater equipped with light and sound show to further enhance the visitor experience. This initiative aligns with the broader efforts of PM Modi's government to ensure the cultural integrity of the nation by celebrating and organizing events such as the Kashi Tamil Sangaman and Saurashtra Tamil Sangaman. As a part of concerted effort to preserve India's rich cultural heritage, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman shared that the government is working tirelessly to repatriate artifacts belonging to Adichanallur from abroad with a focus on items which are currently held in Berlin. Next up, we have the Quit India Movement Day. The Quit India movement, also known as the August movement, was a significant civil disobedience movement launched by the Mahatma Gandhi and the Indian National Congress on the August of 1942, especially the 8th of August, with the aim to end British colonial rule in India. The year 2023 marks the 81st anniversary of the Quit India movement. The Quit India movement, also known as Bharat Chodo Andolan or the August Kranti, unfolded in the height of World War II on the 8th of August 1942. The movement was launched, as I just said, by Indian National Congress at the Gowalia Tank Maidan, also known as the August Kranti Maidan in Mumbai, I'm sorry, in Bombay, now called Mumbai. Under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, India embarked on a journey of civil disobedience against the British colonial rule. Next up, we have the MASI portal for monitoring child care homes. National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, NCPCR, have developed an application, MASI, monitoring app for seamless inspection for real-time monitoring of the childcare institutions and their inspection mechanism across the country. The effective and efficient functioning of the mechanism for inspection of CCIs, which is the Child Care Institutes, provided under the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, which was amended in 2021, and synchronous monitoring of the system in the rationale behind developing this comprehensive application. The app is linked to the monitoring portal where the automatic reports shall be generated. MASI enables unified inspections by child welfare committees, state inspection committees, and district inspection committees, including members of juvenile justice boards and state commissions for protection of children rights, as laid down under the JJ Act or the Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, amended in 2021. It serves a single platform for inspections of all the CCIs across the country by any and above stated authorities. Next up, we have Telangana folk singer Gaddar passes away. Renowned folk singer and activist Gaddar, who had been battling severe heart disease, passed away at the age of 74. He was also known as Gummadi. He was better known as Gummadi Vittal Rao, and he gained popularity primarily through his stage name Gaddar. He earned the title of the People Singer due to his songs that brought attention to various issues faced by common people. Additionally, he showcased his acting skills in new films, including Mahabhumi and Rangur Kala. Gaddar was born in a Dalit family in Medak district of Telangana 1949. During the 1980s, he had to go underground and became associated with the People's War Group, an underground communist party in India. He founded Jananatya Mandali, a Delhi based theatre company, which later evolved into the cultural wing of a Naxalite outfit. For the international news segment of the day, we have world's richest woman is Francoise Bettencourt Meyers. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, the granddaughter of the founder of L'Oreal, is the richest woman in the world. Bettencourt Meyers and her family own around 33% of the L'Oreal stock. Bettencourt Meyers also serves as the president of her family's philanthropic foundation, which encourages French progress into science and arts. Together, L'Oreal and Bettencourt Meyers family agreed to donate $226 million to repair the Notre Dame Cathedral following the April 2019 fire, which destroyed the cathedral and many of the documents that were inside it. For the legal updates of the day, we have custody under Section 167 of the CrPC includes custody of other investigating agencies such as ED and not just police. The Supreme Court held that custody, as defined under Section 167 of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, includes custody of other investigating agencies such as the Enforcement Directorate and not just the police alone. Under Section 167(1) of the CrPC, a competent officer has to forward the accused to a magistrate once detained if the investigation cannot be completed within 24 hours. Under Section 167(2) of the CrPC, the magistrate has the power to extend this period of custody from time to time. And this was held in the case of V. Senthil Balaji versus the state represented by the deputy director and others. So this was all for today. For free study materials and TNA PDF slides, please join our Telegram channel, the link of which you can find in the description, or you can always scan the barcode that is given on your screen. Don't forget to subscribe our channel on YouTube to stay up to date with the thorough newspaper analysis as it comes out every day. Thank you.